You're watching CN100 Sports on Demand. You're watching the Comcast Network. CN100, Chicago.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Sports Weekly on CN100. I'm Perry Williams, and once again this week we have spring sports highlights from all throughout the Chicagoland area, including action from the Smack Attack Boys Volleyball Tournament at St. Xavier University. Also boys Waterpolo between Lyons and Neuqua Valley, plus girls soccer at OPRF as the Huskies battled Fremd, and Downers Grove South took on the Conant Cougars. Let's begin the show in the pool in Western Springs. Last Thursday night, two talented boy water polo squads dove into action at Lyons Township's South Campus. That's where the Lions welcome the Wildcats of Neuqua Valley. Well, from top to bottom, we have all the highlights for you this showdown. Neuqua Valley getting on the board first. Great effort on the right side by Pierce Salapatinos. Wins the battle, too, thanks to a couple of dekes right in front. And he fires the ball in the back of the net for the 1-0 lead. Lyons Township responds. Good ball movement from right side to the middle to left side. And there to finish is Martin Brown. And he ties it at 1. Until the Lions take the lead, this time passing from the left side to the right to the middle. Victor Perez fires in the shot. It's now 2-1 LT. Wildcats with a chance to tie here. Pass to the left side. The shot, but a save by LT goalie Ray Bird. No rebound. Moments later, the Lions work that same play, and that means the ball to Perez in the middle, and just a one-time touch, and two straight for him, and a 3-1 lead. Flexes his muscle. He's not done. He gets the pure hat trick. LT opens a 4-1 lead. But with just 17 seconds to go in the quarter, Neuqua Valley gets back on the board. The dump off pass in the middle to Benjamin Monson, and he beats the double team to get the shot off, but it's a 4-2 LT lead after 1. Second period now, the Wildcats claw back closer. Their co-captain, Matthew Townsend, gets the pass in front. He comes through with a no-look backhand into the net. It's a 1-goal game. The Lyons Township scores a bit later. Again, great passing by the Lions outside, and then Perez is on the side, and the fadeaway shot finds the mark. Yeah, he's hot. Less than a minute later, after the Lions strike again, for their right side over to Bobby Bolin. Zips it down right into the goal. 6-3 now LT. Less than 3 minutes to go in the half. Wildcats battling back on the break. Several places go with it. Ends up with Salafantinos, and he strikes again. His second goal of the game. Another chance for LT to score. They work it to the left side. The shot coming up with a big save. Alan Rosenberg, Neuqua Valley just swatted away. That sparks the Wildcat offense back at the other end of the pool. And it's Jimmy Sinise, and they're back within 1. But every time they get close, LT pulls away. And that scoring machine known as Perez would not be denied, and that is his 5th score of the half. Followed up by a long-range bomb up top by the sophomore lefty, Leon Malas. The Lions lead at halftime, 8-5. Third period now, they put it away early. Again, good pass down in front, and this time it's Ethan Wright winning the battle, and that makes it 9-5. That opens the floodgates to Bowen. It will be on the right side, and he just zips it into the back of the net, firing it strong, and it's 10-5 after 3. Now to the fourth quarter, pushing tempo. It's that wicked no-look backhander by Perez coming up right there, and he scores yet again. And for good measure, watch a great display of passing and teamwork by LT at this end of the pool and into the hands of Perez, but not for long. In the net it goes for the final score of the game, a big night for him and LT. That means they also get to talk to our own Alyssa Berganini.
Victor, how does it feel to secure this win against Neuqua Valley, not only in front of a home crowd, but also on senior night?
It feels great. Obviously, it's our last home game of the year, and I'm a senior, so it's going to be my last home game here. And just ending on that note against a great team great offensively, great defensively, ranked top 5 in the state. It's a great win. Obviously, beating them by 7 goals means we had to do something right.
How does this win motivate you and the rest of your team going forward the rest of the season?
It motivates us because Neuqua's a fantastic team, a great team. So us beating them gives us a lot of motivation, especially beating them by 7 goals. That's not easy to do against Neuqua Valley.
Now, I know you just asked her prom date to prom. Were you going to ask her regardless of a win or a loss?
No, if we lost, I was not going to ask her.
Well, an impressive victory by the Lions. LT definitely one of the teams to watch again this year come state tournament time. Last Thursday, one of the state's top girls soccer tournaments, the Naperville Invitational, kicked off with group play at several different fields. One host location was Oak Park River Forest High School. That's where the Huskies took the turf to face the Fremd Vikings. Let's go to OPRF for all the action of this one. The team's ready for battle. Fremd with the corner kick here, Ashley Czesniak, but it's cleared out in front by the sophomore Bella Gillingham, helping out on defense. The Vikings and Czesniak with a shot again, but this time there's a diving save by goalie Alex Hampton. It's a good look and the run out after grabbing it out of the air. At the other end, the Huskies offense trying to get something going. Lots of air, but Fremd goalie Jennifer Norris makes the stop. Fremd comes back with Christy Baraskis with a shot in the middle, but once again, the diving save by Hampton. Vikings with another corner kick here, and Hampton doing a great job in the first half. She knocks it down and picks it up on the bounce. Pressure continues. Elizabeth Prigge, free kick, but the save by Hampton as the offense was rushing down, but no rebound, and she has the run out. Fremd dominating the action. Maya Flores, the ball, the turn, the shot by Hampton, easy save. Vikings with Sarah Trott dribbling through traffic here. She gets the shot away, but once again, it is Hampton, but really not much on that shot, and there is no score in the first half. Second half now, great opportunity for Fremd. Prigge the kick, and the header by the defense out in front that chases on. Finally, it's just kind of kicked out of play, but that would mean a corner kick for the Vikings. Prigge tees it up, but right on net, and Hampton snags it out of the air. Just when it looks like there would be a score at the 25-minute mark, Mackenzie Stein knocks it into the goal. But wait, it's waved off. No good. Offsides is called, so the game remains scoreless. The Vikings with a kick in the middle. Baraskis the header, but a save by Hampton, and then the cover-up. The pressure continues, the kick into traffic. All kinds of chances here, but Hampton is battling off the crossbar, and no one can really get a good foot on it. Hampton, another save by the near post, and out of play it goes. Finally, Fremd does connect, charging down the right side. Stopped by Hampton, rebound to Kaylee Stowe, knocks it into the empty net for the goal and a 1-0 lead. So the Vikings charging it again is Claire Stewart, and Stewart will take on Hampton, scrambling and able to center and kick it, and it's in the net, and now it's a 2-0 lead for the Vikings. Now just over 14 minutes ago, still 2-0. OPRF, though, makes it a game. Pass downfield, and it gets by the defense. The sophomore, Maureen Walter, has the break and easily kicks the ball into the net, and a 2-1 game now. Fremd looking for insurance goal. Baraskis here will have the blast coming up, and there's a chance for a rebound, but Hampton will make the stop and keep it a 1-goal game. And a diving stop there, and that is how it all ended. Fremd wins it by the score of 2-1 as they hold on to the victory. It was their 7th win of the year. Don't go away after the break. Volleyball from the Smack Attack tournament. Plus Conant and DG South face off on the soccer field. Sports Weekly will return.
You're watching the Comcast Network. CN100, Chicago.
CN100 Sports Windy City Warm-Up recaps all the action from this year's Cubs Convention, Sox Fest, and more. Hear from members of both organizations, past and present, along with their diehard fans as all of Chicago gears up for another exciting season of America's pastime. Whether your loyalties lie on the north side or the south side, CN100 Sports has all the bases covered for Chicago baseball fans. It's Cubs, Sox, Windy City Warm-Up, available in March with Xfinity On Demand.
You may be surprised by what's buried in your yard. Below the ground lies a vast network of utility lines that provide you with services such as water, electricity, and cable. To avoid personal injury and damage to those lines, call Julie. the joint utility locating information for excavators. And remember, state law requires you to contact Julie 48 hours prior to any digging project. Call or click before you dig. Dial 811 or log on to illinoisoncall.com.
Watch Chicagoland's best high school matchups with Xfinity On Demand by selecting Get Local and choosing all HS Sports. For Xfinity X1 customers, scroll over to Xfinity Services and select Get Local.
Welcome back to Sports Weekly. I'm Perry Williams. Earlier in the show, we gave you some highlights from the opening round of the Naperville Invitational Girls Soccer Tournament at OPRF. After Fremd handled the Huskies, two other area teams at the field. It was the Conant Cougars and the Mustangs of Downers Grove South battling down to the wire. The teams lining up once again, and let's go into the action of this game. In the first half, DG South with a great chance over the right side. Olivia Meyer opening but misses the shot, hits the upright. Conant comes right back, pass down the left side of the field. Stephanie Mazurek tries to hit it, but it gets tapped away and off the mark. Cougars come back on this play. Nadia Ocampo, couple of bounces, but picked up by the goalie, Angel Biondo. Cougars a long shot by Jess Smeltzer with this, so it will sail just left of the net and out of play. 40 seconds to go in the half. Conant continues to pressure the corner kick, but once again, Biondo, here's the corner kick, will hug it against the post and keeps it from going into the back of the net. The game is scoreless at halftime. Second half, Downers Grove South pushing the action. Jordan Rose, a couple of nice moves. And Rose with a shot, but that is wide to the right. The Mustangs, another great opportunity here. Lauren Victorian with a save by Olivia Masurskis. The scramble on the rebound. The players are battling, but there would be no harm. Conant comes back, Mazurek charging left side, but Biondo is there to make the diving save. The Cougars keep the pressure on Smeltzer with the blast, but Biondo once again getting a workout here in the game, but she will make the stop off of one bounce. Just 3 seconds to go in the game. Finally a breakthrough. Penalty kick by Ocampo. Takes it upstairs over the head of Biondo. For the goal, they win it. They also get to talk to Rome. Mark Kruger.
You guys remain undefeated. Talk about some of the challenges that a tough Downers Grove South team presented to you guys tonight.
Well, they had really good center mids in the middle, so it really made it hard for the center mids to control the field because the other team was playing really good and they were pressing up really high on the field.
Getting any kind of victory in this Naperville Invitational, I mean, there's such great teams. It has to give you guys a lot of confidence, not only for the rest of this Invitational, but for the rest of the season too, right?
Yes. Well, there's a lot of good teams in this tournament, so every win, even by one goal, is a great win for us. Because last year we didn't have such a good result, so this year we're coming back and better.
Well, I have to ask you about the penalty kick. What was going through your mind? What was your game plan as you approached the ball there?
Well, first, I was looking at my teammate Steph to shoot it, but she was like for me to just take it, so I just went up. I looked at the goalkeeper. We were both smiling at each other and just shot it. So, yeah, and I'm glad it went in.
Well, real good game in this one, too. Excellent programs, but Conant wins it 1-0. Last weekend, Brother Rice hosted their 11th annual Smack Attack Boys Volleyball Tournament featuring many of the state's top teams. Saturday afternoon, two South Suburban squads faced off in the final match of the silver bracket. Taking the court at St. Xavier University were the Bengals of Plainfield East and the Celtics of Providence Catholic. Oh, everybody warm up, and now let's jump right into the highlights of this. So we pick it up in the first set. Great effort by both teams with it tied at 6. Plainfield East in the white jerseys. They'll get it back, and they'll set up for Preston Bright, who comes through with the kill. Providence Catholic comes back to tie it as they will set to the outside, and Alex Zawacki, he delivers the smash, and it's 7-up. Later, the Bengals open a small lead. Jacob Simpson on the serve. Ball drops in, and that is good for the ace. They go up 12-7. Celtics getting a couple back here, both courtesy of Ike Papes. First, this kill from the outside that deflects out for the winner. And then they'll stay with the hot hand, the Celtics will. That is Papes, and he drills home the cross-court winner. The Celtics now are back within 3. But the Bengals respond after a good save by Providence Catholic. The Bengals get the ball back. Well, watch the placement by Cole Davis this time as he finds open floor, and that is in just inside the outside line. Then another point from the service line, Alexander Manelli. Another ace that goes untouched. Later, East is returning serve over to the outside, and Bright with a smash that is just too hot to handle. Bengals now lead at 17-13. Providence Catholic responds outside. Zawacki with a hit right between a couple of defenders, and the diving one at the backside to no avail. Plainfield East keeping a small lead. Manelli taking something off that hit, falls over and in for the point. The Manelli again with a kill. This is deep, and it is good as they are still up by 3, 20-17 now. A couple points later, Davis from the middle, and this deflects off the defense again and out of bounds. Providence Catholic rallies. Papes, the hit that is blocked, and they'll try to go back to Papes, and this time he takes it right down the line where there's no defender. Patience paying off with this exchange. Both teams had chances. Pretty good saves too, and returns. Finally, Zawacki will get the hit, and it'll deflect off the defense and out. And here comes Zawacki with that smash. And suddenly, the Celtics are back within 2. But it would not be enough in the first set as the Bengals will sit again to Bright, and he has the hit that fails right in as they take the opening set. And best 2 out of 3 match, of course. So on to set 2, Providence Catholic already down by 3 until they get a chance by Papes, and he delivers the heat on this smash coming up as the defense simply cannot handle that big kill. The Celtics on the attack at this point, but Carson Eggert is in the middle, and he comes up with a block, falls back over and in for the point. That worked out so well, why not do it again? Eggert at the net, and yes, he does it again with a block. Back-to-back blocks, East takes a 9-4 lead. Celtics bounce back, led by Papes, leaping from the outside. The overhead smash, forget about it. This time the Celtics keep it to the outside, and it's Zawacki with the kill. As Providence Catholic once again pulls within 3. But every time they get close, Plainfield East responds. They get the next 3, including this from Manelli. They'll set to him on the left side. The big hit, and that will be deflected out of bounds for the Bengals point. Bengals serving, Celtics trying to stay close. Papes showing some finesse on this little deep shot. Falls in for 1. Nicely done. Celtics are serving. They get a chance to set it up for Papes again with another blast. And Papes is just an outstanding game for Providence Catholic. But on the other side, Manelli was doing a great job for Plainfield East too. He curls around to the left side, and he delivers to empty space. Bengals up by 6. Providence Catholic, a couple of aces up its sleeve, though, in the form of Matt Russo. That is 1 from the service line, in and good. Here's Russo again. It bounces off for another ace. Celtics now back within 4. But the Bengals had too much defense, too. First, it's a great save just to keep it alive and knock it back over. A chance for the Celtics. But waiting again at the net is Eggert, and a little tap over on the block to make it 21-15. A few points later, it all ends. A wild flurry here. Players diving, digging, and then this is set 2 point coming up. The return, and it's a double hit by the defense, and that would end it all. They celebrate as Plainfield East knocks off the Celtics in 2 straight sets. Bengals just too tough in this one. They win the match 25-22, 25-17. Don't go away after the break. We reveal our picks for Athletes of the Week, plus the Smack Attack Championship between Glenbard West and Marist. Sports Weekly will return.
You're watching the Comcast Network. CN100, Chicago.
Watch Chicagoland's best high school matchups with Xfinity On Demand by selecting Get Local and choosing all HS Sports. For Xfinity X1 customers, scroll over to Xfinity Services and select Get Local.
Looking for information on your Xfinity service or want to know more about an Xfinity service you don't have? Then tune into Xfinity Info Channel 101 today. Channel 101 provides around-the-clock access to the latest instructional videos designed to put you in control of your Xfinity services. Learn how to use parental controls, set up voicemail, view self-installation instructions, and much, much more. No matter what time of the day or night, get the latest information on your Xfinity service with Xfinity Info Channel 101.
CN100 Sports Windy City Warm-Up recaps all the action from this year's Cubs Convention, Sox Fest, and more. Hear from members of both organizations, past and present, along with their die-hard fans as all of Chicago gears up for another exciting season of America's pastime. Whether your loyalties lie on the north side or the south side, CN100 Sports has all the bases covered for Chicago baseball fans. It's Cubs, Sox, Windy City Warm-Up, available in March with Xfinity On Demand.
It's now time for Athletes of the Week. We start with Nate Deckinghut, Chicago Christian Baseball. On the road Saturday at Riverside Brookfield, the Knights pitcher threw a complete game, allowing only 4 hits while striking out 14 to beat the Bulldogs 8-1. Elizabeth Cheel at a kiss, Lake Zurich softball. Saturday in a doubleheader sweep of Vernon Hills, Elizabeth hit 4 home runs and tallied 11 RBI for the victorious Bears. Mary Schenke, Glenbard East baseball. Saturday at Elgin, the senior earned the win in the Rams' 17-1 victory over the Maroons. Mary is believed to be the first girl to record a win in a varsity baseball game in IHSA history. And those are our Athletes of the Week. Sports Weekly returns right after this.
You're watching the Comcast Network. CN100, Chicago.
CN100 Sports Windy City Warm-Up recaps all the action from this year's Cubs Convention, Sox Fest, and more. Hear from members of both organizations, past and present, along with their die-hard fans as all of Chicago gears up for another exciting season of America's pastime. Whether your loyalties lie on the north side or the south side, CN100 Sports has all the bases covered for Chicago baseball fans. It's Cubs, Sox, Windy City Warm-Up, available in March with Xfinity On Demand.
You may be surprised by what's buried in your yard. Below the ground lies a vast network of utility lines that provide you with services such as water, electricity, and cable. To avoid personal injury and damage to those lines, call Julie, the joint utility locating information for excavators. And remember, state law requires you to contact Julie 48 hours prior to any digging project. Call or click before you dig. Dial 811 or log on to IllinoisOneCall.com.
Watch Chicagoland's best high school matchups with Xfinity On Demand by selecting Get Local and choosing all HS Sports. For Xfinity X1 customers, scroll over to Xfinity Services and select Get Local.
Welcome back to Sports Weekly. I'm Perry Williams. Our final highlight brings us the final game of Brother Rice's 11th annual Smack Attack Boys Volleyball Tournament. Facing off in the championship matchup at St. Xavier University were the undefeated Hilltoppers of Glenbard West and last year's Smack Attack champs, the Marist Redhawks. We have this championship covered from just about every angle, too. We pick up the action in the first set. Marist will get a point here as Jake McLean drills home the kill. They have a 2-point lead. Later, it's tied at 18, and Colin Malik serving for the Hilltoppers, but the set to the outside, and Marty Jepson puts the hammer down. Marist up by 1. But Glenbard West down 1, and they return this serve, and then the defense comes up big at the net here as they have the putback block, and now we're tied in this set again at 20. A few points later, the Hilltoppers take the lead. A good save here by Marist. But back to the other side, only to have Nico Cavalcanti delivering the spike here for Glenbard West. That is in, that is good, making it 23-22 West. But the back and forth continues as Jake Bonnet ties it up for the Redhawks with this blast that simply cannot be returned, 23 all. But moving ahead, it's a setup for Glenbard West And some good action here. And then on the return, will fly out of bounds on this hit by Marist. And that is the Hilltoppers' point. They take the first set by 2. Best 2 out of 3, so we pick it up in the second set. We're tied at 13, as you see. But Marist takes the lead on this point. Rocky Mayer with a big-time hit that finds the mark. Moments later, it's a great save by Glenbard West back over the net. But this time, it's the set to the middle. And neither Omeni will leave, no doubt. Omeni with the big hit there. Glenbard West trailing by 3, but coming back is Henry Curtis. And it's kind of one of those quick hook spikes at the net for the point. Now some defense for the Hilltoppers. The Red Hawks on the return to serve, but waiting on the side is Cavalcanti, and he comes through with that block. Now we're tied at 21. West down again, but it's a set to Ryan Schwartz. Comes in with a big hit. Schwartz, deep, deflects out, and it's tied again at 23-all. Two great teams going at it. Only have Marist regain the lead to the middle. Again, the power show by Omanetti with the blast to go up by 1. It's set point here, and here it is. Red Hawks come back with the serve. The return by West is out. The match is now even at 1 set apiece. So on to the deciding third set. Pick it up there, tied at 10. Gene McNulty serving for Marist. Red Hawks get the point thanks to the block by McLean. Then they get another point here. It's a pretty good volley on this exchange. Both teams with chances. And finally, Jepson, though, will come through and finish it all with the kill coming up here as Marist takes a 13-10 lead. McNulty, who had a strong game with assists, he had 40 of them. Here he is serving again, though. Glenbard West is blocked at the net, but waiting in the middle is Connor Williams, and he has a quick putback down for the winner. Down 3 again, but this time they set to the left side, and it's Ben Harrington. And this kill will be delivered back over with authority, deflects out, and that's a point for the Hilltoppers. West serving here. We'll watch the return from Marist, handled by the Hilltoppers. Great save. And then they get it back over. But this time, the Red Hawks go to Jepson, who has the smash. He finished with 21 kills, 15 digs. The Lewis University recruit gives his team a 3-point lead. Glenbard West trailing by 2, fighting through 1 block on the return. Then to the middle, Diego Guzman. The quick hit hits back over and in, and they're back within 1. Now we're tied at 21. Strong finish, though, for Marist. They're able to work it back over to the right side, and Mayer, perfect placement for one of his 6 kills in the game. The Red Hawks back in front. Marist is serving, and now the return, but waiting at the net is Omaneni, and he comes through again with a putback. Sets up, sets and match point here, and that comes moments later. Omaneni with the hammer down. This time celebrates the victory. Omeni comes through for Glenbard West, and let's hear from the winners. They talk to our own Mark Kruger.
First off, Marty, congratulations on a great win. How were you guys able to get it done?
Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, hats off to Glenbard West. They're an absolutely phenomenal team. They have a great program every year. We really had to focus on our side. I think that was big for us, and we had to bring it together. After that first set, we weren't playing Marist volleyball, so we really just had to get our act together.
Well, with Jepson and Omeni leading the way, Marist wins the championship, handing Glenbard West the first loss of the year. Thrilling match. Red Hawks take the third and deciding set, 25-22. It's now time to let you know what's coming up on CN100's Game of the Week. Saturday, April 27th, we bring you the Naperville Invitational Girls Soccer Tournament Championship live from Naperville Central. Jim Blaney and Mark Kruger will call the action with coverage beginning live at 12:50 p.m. For additional air dates and times, visit us at cn100.tv. Also, you can contact us by email or connect with us on social media. Well, that wraps up this edition of Sports Weekly on CN100. Be sure to tune in next week for more exciting spring sports highlights from all throughout the Chicagoland area. For the rest of the Sports Weekly crew, I'm Terry Williams saying thank you so much for watching, and so long, everybody.
You're watching the Comcast Network. CN100, Chicago.
Watch Chicagoland's best high school matchups with Xfinity On Demand by selecting Get Local and choosing all HS Sports. For Xfinity X1 customers, scroll over to Xfinity Services and select Get Local.
You're watching the Comcast Network. CN100, Chicago.